Nichibe had the opportunity for the third year in a row to attend Gardena Valley Japanese Cultural Institute's annual Osechi Ryori cooking class. The class was held in 2 parts and was taught by sushi chef Michael Inouye, who showed students how to prepare traditional food eaten during the Japanese New Year. This year, Nichibe attended the first class session, which featured kinpira gobo, which is braised burdock root, tazukuri, which is candied anchovies, and kuromame, which is sweet black soybean.
One of my reasons for doing this class is because I feel like the New Year's tradition of the food is dying as far as a household. And I want to kind of just keep that interest up and want them to have fun and make things themselves, put some of their own personal energy into their food because it's New Year's. Today we're going to be making tazukuri, which is a candied sardine. Tazukuri they eat because of the fishes they use for fertilizer, and since rice is a staple in Japan, you eat this to kind of promote that stability. And with the agriculture, so fertilizer makes it strong, makes it good and healthy. I do it in the oven because then you can just throw it in the oven. The way that you know these are done is that when they're finished out of the oven, they will snap. So we're gonna put it in the oven, 400 degrees for 10-15 minutes. Once the tazukuri has been toasted, then you'll make the sauce, sugar, brown sugar, soy sauce, sake, and honey. Once you add it to your pan, you want to reduce it a little bit. What you're looking for is you want to be able to run your spatula through there, and you're going to see it kind of leave a trail. So it's going to clear out. That means it's thick enough. Sesame seeds at the end. Next is kuromame, which is a black bean, also candied. After you try this, it's so much better than the one in the can, and you can make it as sweet or not as much as you want. Kuromame is because the color black is supposed to be a protection against evil spirits. So that's one of the reasons why you eat it, and it's for good health and strength. The tradition of kuromame also is that you're supposed to eat your age. But as all of us are getting older, you know, mom and aunties used to say, if we eat our age, we're gonna eat the whole can. So, you know, I don't know, maybe eat 10 for every year or whatever, but that's the original tradition of kuromame. So I'm gonna add this to the Instant Pot, and don't rinse out the water after you soak it, use that water. And it's gonna be, for one package, it's 3 cups of water, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, and that's also depending on your taste. You can adjust that how sweet you want it. Regular sugar, 3/4 cup, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of salt, or pinch of salt, and then most important part, you'll see a difference is this iron fish. It helps to make the kuromame more black and more dark because of the iron. It's also good to make this 2 or 3 days in advance of New Year's. Don't make it right the day before because you want it to sit and soak. And last today, we're making kinpira gobo, which is a burdock root. The significance of the gobo is that it's a root, it's strong, it's firm, and it symbolizes hope for life of strength and stability, and life of physical strength because it's in the ground and it's strong. So that's why we eat the kinpira gobo. First off, you need to get the skin off. Don't use a peeler. What you use is either a spoon or just the back of your knife. Next, you're gonna cut about 1.5 inch to 2 inches long and kind of cut it at a diagonal. After you've done that, you're gonna turn them on their side, and then we're gonna slice it the long way as thin as you can, making little julienne strips. So you let this soak for a few minutes, and then you should rinse it. We're adding sake, sugar, and shoyu. Heat up your pan, and we're gonna use a little bit of sesame oil, and we're gonna kind of stir fry this a little bit so it gets a little bit softer and cooked. After it gets a little bit tender, then you're gonna put your sauce. Just want to cook it until that you cook the sauce. Like I said before, one of the reasons for me teaching this class that got me interested was to keep that tradition alive. Young kids today, they don't even know about this food. So hopefully I'm trying to get the interest up and get people to still know about these foods and still eat these foods. It's part of tradition and I don't want it to die. So please eat this food.